some sawdust. Okay. Okay, this is making spatulas and a fork part 2, since we sort of not really made a mistake, but I think we did we'll make a fork and 3 spatulas. We're going to make a bunch of sawdust doing this because I got to use some sanders and I got to use something called a spoon mule. That's a new word, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. Whenever we make the sawdust, we have to wear face protection. We don't want to be breathing all that stuff. So we put on a mask, and so if you've been wanting to see my face, we're going to cover it up like this, and you're going to hear me talking. Maybe I'll paint a mustache and a beard on that so you can see, you know it's me. Okay, when we get set up, and we'll start right at it. Okay, we're going to put on our mask. We got to kind of lean into the camera here. You got my mustache and a big nose. Okay, see if we can see this. Got a vacuum cleaner. Oh, we make a lot of What? Not too bad, huh? Just a little better. Well, we kind of correct the profile a little bit. Got a little edge to it. Smoothed it out. I still got to work on the handle. Is it square and clunky? Well, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing to these other ones. So sit back, watch the dust fly, and put my mask back on, and we'll have at it. Okay, here we go again. You like my mask? Got my nose. There it is. My mustache. Right, it's up to camera, and we'll be back at it. covered with sawdust. My glasses are fogging up. Oh. But that's why I wear a mask. Can you see me? I'm all fogged up. Alright, let's I'll set up the spoon mule so I can round off the handles, and we'll be right back. Alright, well, that there is my spoon mule. It's hard to show how this works, but you push down here with your foot and that tightens up there. So if I set that in like that and I push down, it kind of locks this in place so that I can, whoop, it does, really it does. I'm just having a little issue with it because that's why it's a mule. They call it a mule on account of it's stubborn. No, I don't know if that's the reason. I think they call it a mule because it was supposed to work like a sawhorse. So now if I push on it, it's, you can see it's held in place pretty good, and I can use a draw knife to straighten that out. Now let me get set up so you can see me do that. Okay. This is a draw knife. It's got a nice sharp edge. This is a small, it's a spoke shape, but I can use them both. Let me get saddled up here. I was digging a little too much. Try the spoke shape. Oh, you set up. Oh yeah, you're better. Don't worry, I won't cut my finger, I promise you. I'll move it out of the way, because I'm a professional. I don't make mistakes. Well, not bad ones I can't fix. Right? We found that out yesterday. Right, so that is rounded off better than it was, and I can take a sandpaper and take it down the rest of the way. Come on, mule. Hold that wood. I think my mule's being stubborn. Now we know why they call it a mule. As long as it don't kick, I'm okay. It's going to take some refinement, because this mule is not designed. It's supposed to be more like a bench, but I didn't have room in the shop for a bench, like I don't have enough as it is. So I thought I'd try to get it adaptable to my existing workbench. That's because I'm a clever beaver, or something like that. Another one. And of course this one wasn't a mistake. I meant to make that fork, didn't I? Come on, David, did I make it? Was that a mistake? We don't make mistakes. We're professionals. If we have a technical issue with the design, we can always correct it. Don't look like I'm getting much off, but I'm getting just enough to round that off. You can hear it grab. There, I get another one there. Okay. That's how you use a mule. So now next step to do is to sand it down. I got to finish these a little bit better because those are kind of messy. And again, I got more sawdust on me. But you don't have to use it a lot, but the point about using it is, if you got the tool, it makes your job that much easier. Well, I can't afford many tools, but the ones I get, I try to get the best I can afford. If you buy one of those 1995 things you see on television, they just don't last. You gotta spend at least $29.95. That's a joke. Okay. I'll get this sanded because that's the boring part. But I'll sand it down a little bit more, get these cleaned up, and I'll be back with you. Now we're going to straighten out the inside of the holes of the fork, or the tines of the fork, holes of the spatula, and I'll do that back on the spoon mule, like this here, and I'll get some sandpaper and work the rest of it. And I'll correct it a little bit with the carving knife. My mule don't want to hold it too hard. Yeah, that's working. We're just getting all the burrs and stuff off of it. Looks a little better. And I think this is what? This must be a 60 grit and 80 grit paper, so it's kind of rough. And we can also do a little bit of tune-up on this. Making more sawdust. Pretty much what I do. I take big pieces of wood and I make them smaller and create a lot of sawdust. Hey, Reedy. Not too bad for a roughing end. We'll take this fork that I planned on making. No arguments there. No comments, kiddo. This isn't a mistake. This was always going to be a fork. I just didn't know it when I started it. And neither did the fork. I thought it was a spatula. So what would you use a wooden fork for? Well, if you had some salad and you wanted to toss it, I mean not like toss it across the room, just toss it in a bowl. It'd work for that. Okay, so how does that look? Not too bad. We'll put this side and... Whoops! I meant to do that. If you meant to do that, why'd you say whoops? You know what I mean? The man who meant to do that wouldn't say whoops. Well, what do you think? Not too bad. Still in a rough shape, but we gotta finish sand it yet. Whoops, I'm going to do that too. Get in there. I got a runny nose, too much sawdust in it, I think. Or maybe it's a summer cold, I get them a lot. My grandmother used to call it the hay fever. Whenever they cut the hay, she'd get to sneezing. Don't think they call it hay fever. Well, they still might, but it's not really what it is. It's allergies to the pollen and stuff. And mule still helps me hold it, because when I put my foot on it, it goes down. I just got to adjust the tensioner there. It works a little bit. Hey, not too shabby. Hey, stay right there. I'll be right back. It's me again. All right, now we're at the lathe table, what I'm going to use as a standing bench. We zoom down, or pan down a little bit. We got the original, the ones we just made. And let you know that I started out, I did some drawings. I did a little drawing of it, see what they look like. And then this is some of the original ones I cut out. And I'll probably end up making some spoons with these, but you can see this one I plan to make a fork with. See, I planned that one. Yeah, right, Papa. But we do work from plans from time to time. Here's a template. I would just lay that out. You don't want to. Well, right now we're going to sand, and I got some sanding blocks. Here's a block. Here's another block. I'm going to put some 400 grit paper on it. This is 400 grit paper on a roll. So what I do, I unroll it just like that. Doink. I always spill things like that. I do that on purpose, so I don't know why I do that on purpose. Put this down like this. Rip it. And then glue that on like that. And we'll take this block here and give this a nice sanding. Go round and round. Get rid of them lines. Don't need them lines anymore. Those pencil lines are pretty deep, take a little bit to get them out. We don't have to do much more than 400 grit on this one because then we're gonna, looks good, looks good. Can you see that? It's just a boring job, sanding, sanding. I swore I got the sniffles. You ever get this? Well, yours lives down there. It's always hot. So you get the cold. It's always not like it's a winter cold, right? But the cold's a cold, and they're never any fun. One, two, three. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And we'll dust them off a little bit. Oh, not just me. I gotta dust them off too. I'll go over and get a rag. Get the dust out of here. Whew. Whew. See the dust fly? Now, 1, 2, 3, we're going to use some butcher block oil on them. Why is that? Well, because we don't want to use a varnish. We want it to be food ready. Butcher block oil is food ready. So the first thing I do, get that in like so. And get some oil on that one, and oil on the back one. Get some oil on the rag. Ooh, that looks good. You only have to do this once or twice. And you can use vegetable oil if you want. I'd start out with mineral oil. I'll do vegetable oil later if I need to put more oil on it, on the tools I have upstairs or Grandma's butcher blocks. Wow, not bad. Grandpa, you're a rock star. Well, not really. I'm a wood star. I'm not a star. I'm an old bearded woodworker. And don't pull my beard. Cover that up for later. And that's how you make, oop, missed something. That's how you make spatulas. And forks. Don't forget the fork because we meant to make that one. So did you like that? So you like that? How do you make spatulas and stuff? Alright. Well, that's into this one, and we'll be back to make some more stuff. We don't know yet. I got some ideas. I got a bunch of wood. And we'll be back in Papa's wood shop, and we'll make more stuff. So bye for now. Love y'all.